You know, I was gonna start this video by saying, oh my God, I haven't been on my reading Zoom. I haven't been this, I haven't been that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in the span of like 3 months. Why am I acting like that's not an accomplishment? Like, please let me stop. But hey, how y'all doing? Ignore the fact that it's been like a month since I've posted or recorded anything. The important part is we come back. The important part is we come back. But welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Kaitlyn. If you're new here, so happy that you found me. So happy that you're here. I'm excited to talk to y'all about some books today. We haven't had a catch-up book chat in so long, and I think this is going to be a good one. We got the fall vibes going. I don't know where you live, but it's giving fall time in Georgia. Okay, all the trees, they brought their colors out. It's so windy today. I'm looking out the window now, and there is like they're yellow and orange leaves flying all over the place. We got Snoopy. He's in the back. He's reading. He's ready for our book chat today. I told y'all I ain't did nothing. Okay, the painting. I promise you, the painting is gonna get done. But the thing is, every time I get ready to do the painting, I'm like, I need to make a video because I know the girls want to see it get done. So every time I get ready to work on it, if I don't feel like filming, then I don't do it. But y'all should be glad that I'm just like not finishing it without you. Like, I really want you to be included, and it's gonna be up at the end of the month because I'm tired of it being on the floor, and I'm tired of the blank space above my TV, which is where I plan on the painting to go. So we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me because productivity has left the building, and I guess it's waiting for 2026. Like, let's talk about that. Why is the year over? But anyways, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about books today. I got some good ones, low key. Like I said, even though I've only read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books over the past few months, they were kind of bangers. Like, okay, one of them I'm trying to read right now. I'm struggling to read, but most of them were bangers, and that's all that's important. But I already know you love the vibes here, so why haven't you hit the subscribe button? Y'all act like subscribing like does something against you. Like, it helps me, it helps you. You get to make sure that you don't miss every time I post a new video, and it shows YouTube that people love me. So like, why wouldn't you subscribe? Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the 6 books that I have been reading the past couple of months, August, September through October. Oh, I swear I'm gonna get to the point, guys. Did anybody get the Starbucks Hello Kitty drop? I know there's a lot of discourse on the internet right now about how that bear cup like was causing chaos and causing commotion and everything like that. Y'all, to be honest, I didn't want the bear cup because it's glass. It's glass, it's giving, it's gonna break, it's giving not dishwasher safe, and I think the lid was like a silicone texture, and I was like, I'm gonna pass on the bear. It doesn't seem feasible because if I get a Starbucks cup, I'm gonna use it. But I got the cheapest Hello Kitty Starbucks collab. It is so cute, guys. I'm using it as my water cup. I'm trying to drink 3 of these a day to hit my like 2 liters a day of water goal, and it's been working. The only day that I got this cup on like Thursday as soon as it dropped. Y'all, I have never woken up at like 4:45 a.m. for a product drop before, but I did for this because I wanted this cup and I wanted the Hello Kitty gift card so I could put it in my app so I could have Hello Kitty in my app forever. I know the things we care about, but I'm so happy that I got this cup, and it's been my water cup. And I also have some peach green tea in my color changing Starbucks cup that I've literally had for years. That's the drink rotation right now. Okay, let's talk about the books. Like, I'm so sorry. So the first book I want to share with you guys today, I actually read back in August. This is Iona Iverson's Rules for Commuting by Claire Pooley. Y'all, this is the typical palette cleanser read, super sweet, super wholesome. Our main character, Iona Iverson, is middle age, aging with grace, you know, mature queen, okay? And she's kind of just dealing with the insecurities that may come upon women when they begin to age and they feel like maybe, you know, they don't have it like they used to, or maybe they feel like the younger generation is taking over. She's an advice columnist, and everybody's acting like, you know, her column isn't cool anymore and she doesn't know anything because she's too old or whatever. But basically, while she's dealing with all that, she meets and crosses paths with multiple people on her commute to work that she takes every day on the train. And we meet multiple characters, and they kind of just like have their own stuff going on, but they all, you know, start to connect on the train, and they start to have these experiences, and they become friends, even though there's like age gaps galore. You know, there's the 20-somethings. There's Iona, she's like in her 50s, I think. There's a guy, he's having issues in his marriage. He's also like 30s, 40s. Like, it gives, if you've ever worked in retail or in the restaurant business, it gives how you're besties with Miss So-and-so and she's like 70 years old. But, you know, like, it's giving multi-generational workplace, and I love those vibes. It's giving, it really is reminiscent of how you and your coworkers come from all different walks of life, but you all have the job in common, so you all kind of connect in that way, and you end up learning each other's business because y'all see each other every day, y'all cross paths every day, and you spend all this time together, but you're ultimately strangers, and you would have stayed strangers if you did not share that workplace, or in this case, the commute. This was a super smooth, easy read, not too difficult, very much just storyline, multiple POVs from each different character. I liked it. I don't know if I would necessarily read it again. It was a really good book, and it was just a solid story. There's nothing like, it wasn't giving I need to read this again to see what I missed. It wasn't giving that, but it was a really cute read, really good book. If I saw it somewhere, like it's like a cabin read. Like it's something you would read on a porch. It's very sweet, very wholesome book, and I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely interested in reading more work by Claire Pulley to kind of see what she's got. I think I have another book by her in my stack in my room. I think it's called The Authenticity Project. So definitely by no means like think she's a bad author or anything, but this book was just a good solid book. I would definitely give it a 3.5. Really cute, and it was a nice, it gave August. Like when I read this, it was giving the time that I was supposed to read it. Okay. Now the next book I'm talking to you guys about is The Rachel Incident by Caroline O'Donoghue. This one was a banger. Okay, this one is something to write home about. I need to read this again to see what I missed. I love this book. It was just a whole lot of mess. It was a whole lot of drama. It was a whole lot of mess, but not in like a sickening or bad way. Like it was giving drama. It was giving like 20, like this. When was this written? When was this written? I'm trying to find a copyright date. Hello? Y'all, I'm really nervous for real. Like I haven't filmed in so long, I'm actually shaking. I've also had so much anxiety lately because life just be lifing. Okay, so this says 2023, First Vintage Books Edition 2024. I don't know, this was giving 2025. Like this was giving peak 20s behavior. Again, never seen an episode of Friends, but it was giving 2025 Friends vibes. But like, I really enjoyed this book. Like, could not put it down. Read it in 2 days. Ate it up. All right, so boom. Our main character, Rachel, she becomes instant besties with this guy named James. Rachel has a crush on her professor. Tell me why Rachel has such a crush that she like hosts this party, this book launch for her professor. Nobody cares about her professor's book, by the way, but she's like, I'm in love with him. I'm gonna throw him this party at this bookstore that I work at, or was it a bookstore? I don't know. Rachel's idea was to throw him like a book release party or something like that. Tell me why. Tell me why her bestie James is making out with the professor in the closet. Yes, the professor doesn't play for Rachel's team. Okay, I get that. But James, you're supposed to be her bestie. Why would you do that? Like, I really, like, when I got to that point in the book, which is pretty early on. Is that a spoiler? I really don't care for real. But I sat with that part in the book for a minute because I'm like, that is such op activity. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like number one, he should still be adhering to the girl code. I don't know, like, that was just Betsy, and they continue to be friends. And I'm trying to put myself in that situation. I'm like, okay, if that had happened to me, would we still be friends? Because that's really op activity. I'm telling you, I have a crush on somebody and you like, oh, I got that. Huh? That happened really early in the book, okay? So even if that is a spoiler, sorry. I really don't care about spoilers. I really don't care what these other booktubers be doing on this platform, okay? I'm gonna tell you I'm a yapper. If I talk too much, sorry. This is how the book begins pretty much. So after that, I'm hooked. I'm like, okay, so how are y'all still besties after this? Like, this is crazy. But they go on to like have and share a beautiful friendship that continues towards the end of the book. And that part was really beautiful because also it's like, the fact that y'all made it through that and y'all are still besties, like, go off. But I feel like this book is an amazing representation of the type of things that happen in your 20s. And it's also based in Ireland. I've never read a book based in Ireland before. So kind of like the culture, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the elements of Irish culture that the author incorporated in the book really shine through the way the story was told. I really like this. Like, I really like this a lot. Like, it's creeping into 6-star territory. If I wasn't like going through life, I probably would have made a video like how I did with 7 Days in June. I really liked the Rachel incident. And it's so funny because I could really relate to how, Rachel was struggling to find work and just, have a career glow up as she, progressed in her 20s. And I could really relate to that. Ignore the ads. This is YouTube. I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. I was alive when YouTube was invented. It's always been free and it's gonna stay free. Anyway, I really could relate to how she kind of just like ended up falling into like a call center role, or just like literally in this book it was a call center role, and just like, getting any good job to try to just like get your life going and to provide yourself the stability that you feel like you owe yourself as you're becoming an adult. And I could just really relate to this. Even though it's a completely fictional story, it was really good. This is giving comfort book. Like, I don't know. I think I picked this book up at Half Price Books randomly one day, and it just called to me. You see it's tabbed up. There was a lot of really good quotes and, story elements in here. I haven't read this, like I said, since September. Let's see what's one thing that I tabbed towards the middle to see if it has any juice in it. Okay, I'll just read this little excerpt. James rang me during one of me and Dad's modeling movie nights, fretting about when I was coming home. Where are you? He whined on the phone. This is the second night in a row where you've been at your parents. It's just easier. I'm so tired. You're always tired now, he said grumpily. I'm the one on my feet all day. I felt my eyes droop as we spoke. It's different on the phone. It's tiring in a different way. It's tiring on the soul. Yo, that's what she was talking about working at the call center. And y'all, I'm now a supervisor at a contact center, but when I first started, I started out on the phones, as one does. And y'all, it's tiring on the soul. You hear me? Like, anybody who has ever worked at a call center definitely knows. Like, and I'm glad that I don't have to do it in person, thank goodness. But like, if I had to do it in person, but this was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna read it again. I think I read this at the perfect time. Like, this gives September. I think I read this late August, early September, and I think that's what it was giving. And oh my gosh, the hot tea and the hot mess that kind of transpires at the end as things continue to progress. And y'all, like, again, I don't really care if I'm spoiling because this book was so good. So James and the professor, they actually like kind of had a situationship, like that kind of progressed throughout the book. And the way everything just like came to light at the end, it was just so messy, but like it was so good. That was a good book. Y'all need to read The Rachel Incident. The Rachel Incident, Caroline O'Donoghue. Get it now. Okay, our third book is Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller. Okay, Rachel and Rachel, period. I've already talked about this book kind of. I recently did a Goodwill thrifted book haul, and I talked about how I got this. Actually, when I read it initially, I read it I listened to it via audiobook, and when I saw this copy in Goodwill, I was like, I definitely need to get this. This is a resource that I want to continue to keep and continue to read through and continue to grow and strengthen I think after reading this, I'm definitely anxious attachment leading. I wanna throw that secure in there so bad. I wanna claim like I'm like anxious turned secure, but baby, we got so much work to do. But long story short, this book is definitely gonna help you explore your attachment style in relationships, help you identify attachment styles in other people in your relationship, and just kind of give you tips on how you can move towards a more secure leaning attachment style. Because low key, like I don't know anybody who's like naturally secure. Especially like I see posts on the internet all the time on Instagram and TikTok and everything, and everybody be saying the same stuff I be saying. I'm like, okay, so nobody's secure. Got it. I think this is just a W self-help book that you can just continue to go and look back on and, you know, use as a refresher. I kid you not, I've been getting so lucky with the self-help books this year. Like all the self-help books that I've read, I'm just like, yeah, you need to keep that in the rotation and you need to read it again because some stuff wasn't clocking to you. It needs to be clocking to you and it needs to be sticking because these are major keys right here. Get you a copy of this. Mine's a little beat up because she's thrifted. I gave her a second life, but you know, this is definitely one of them ones. On the cover it says The New Science of Adult Attachment and How It Can Help You Find and Keep Love. It didn't really teach me how to find no love. It definitely gave me some keys on how to keep it when I find it. You know what I'm saying? Because relationships, you know, they come and go. You meet people, you get rid of people in your life. But it definitely, like I said, brought some things to light that maybe I had even done in the past. I was like, wait, why was I acting like that? And then also, you know, more recent things. Okay, like, why is he acting like that? Oh, because he's avoidant. Oh, because he's anxious. It also helped me identify literally every past relationship. I'm like, oh, well, that's why that didn't work because he was like that and I was like this. Or this is why this felt comfortable because we both were the same. So I really liked it. It was super eye-opening, super easy to comprehend as well. Not a whole bunch of like crazy psychological jargon that makes it boring to read, but definitely recommend it. Okay, moving on to the next one. Y'all, this is another banger. This one was Julie Chen is Dead by Leanne Zhang. I hate when I don't know how to pronounce authors' names. Oh my gosh. Anyway, by this queen. This book was also really good. Okay, so boom, we got two identical twins. Okay, one of the twins is a very famous social media influencer. Okay, think Alex Earl vibes. Okay, one of the twins is Asian Alex Earl, and then the other twin is giving Squidward. Okay, she's a supermarket cashier. She's very upset with her life, very bitter, but they were separated, so they both had very different upbringings. Okay, so little Miss Squidward, little Miss supermarket cashier is, you know, very bitter in life. She just hates it because like, yeah, being a cashier kind of sucks. And then she also kind of has this resentment towards the influencer identical twin because of something that she did. I'm gonna try my best to chill with the spoilers, but because of something that she did as an influencer. And long story short, influencer twin dies. That's not a spoiler. That's like in the inner flap. Influencer twin, she got on up out of here. Okay, also not gonna tell you how that was crazy how she actually got up on out of here. The author did not reveal that to like the very end. But famous twin is gone and supermarket twin is like, wait, I look just like old girl. I'm gonna take over her life because she was the one who found the influencer twin when she was dead. So she was like, yeah. She did everything right. Like she called the police and everything. But at that moment, she was just like, I found my sister, the supermarket cashier here, and she's dead. Like she literally took on her life from that moment. And I was like, you're insane. But But this was another really good book. I'm definitely reading this again. This is 5-star. And again, the twist at the end, it really added this like cultish, complex element to the story that I really wasn't expecting, which I think really made it all that more interesting and more like supportive to the overall story. This was really, again, this was a banger. And I don't really hear enough people talking about this, especially because, again, it really gives you a peek into what the real lives of influencers might be like, because some topics that are kind of addressed, you know, indirectly in this book are exploitation of family and friends for views, what really happens at these influencer events, and like how you're expected to behave, and just the overall maintenance of a specific image in the public eye, no matter what that is. You know, we got some influencers who are renowned for just being off the wall, authentic, but I do also feel like that authentic act sometimes where you're just acting crazy and you're being yourself, that's also your brand. That's also the image that you're maintaining and that you've put out to the world. So I don't hear enough people talk about this. Can somebody read this so we can talk and see if I was overly wowed by it? Because I don't hear anybody talking about it, and I really liked it. And the author also gets into it quickly. I love that, like, don't tell me stuff in the synopsis and we don't address the stuff in the synopsis to like the almost end of the book. She hops right into it. She's like, Miss Influencer Twin is literally like, she's gone by like the second chapter. And I think the chapters in this one were really short too. Yeah, that also helps for readability whenever the chapter's really short. But y'all tell me why I was so excited while reading this book. I ripped the page. I was like, girl, calm down. Like, hold on, I'm trying to find the page that I ripped. But I was like, are you okay? Look, girl was having a blast. I gripped this piece of, I gripped this page so hard and ripped it. I was like, calm down. That's unacceptable. Okay, so like I said, guys, these past months that were not that quantified. Okay, we did not read that many books. So now we're just gonna talk about 2 books that I've been reading recently. Just to add a little bit more heft to this book chat. Okay, so y'all already know about this one. Real ones know when I got this book. Real ones know I got this on my birthday in June. This is an arc. I was like, I'm so excited to read this arc. I'm gonna finish it before it comes out. This book dropped July 8th. I got it June 2nd. I started this some weeks ago, so like October something. Y'all see how far I'm in here. Y'all, I've been going through it, okay? But listen, okay, apparently I'm 3 chapters in. So far, it's not as gripping as like I thought it would be, because I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what psychopath means. This is also, I don't know if I actually finished it. This is Julie Tudor's Not a Psychopath by Jennifer Holditch. Apparently, I don't know what psychopath is, because this girl is actually crazy. Like, she's like 40, what did it say? She's 49. She has a crush on this 25-year-old that she works with. And she's like actually crazy. Like, the first few chapters, she's like making dinner for this man and like has a place setting for him and stuff at her place. He's not there. Girl is making dinner for her and her man, but her man does not exist. And she's just like always watching him. And like, she learned how to work Facebook, and she's like, let me get into it. Let me actually give it a chance, because I feel like it could be that, but I don't know what's going on, y'all. Y'all, when I get off work, I want to journal about how annoying work was, take a shower and go to bed. Like I said, y'all pray for me, please, okay? But I'll definitely keep y'all posted. I'm gonna finish this, because at this point, I've been low-key reading it for 6 months. I've low-key had it in the TBR for 6 months. That's unacceptable. The year's almost over. No excuses. And the last book is another cutie patootie. I picked this up at Half Price Books. It was only $4, okay? This is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, the only authorized edition by the Dr. Joseph Murphy Trust, okay? This is by Dr. Joseph Murphy, PhD. Dr. Murphy knows some stuff, okay? Again, not that much, not that deep into it. Actually, I am, because this book is thick. It's tiny, but it's thick. What page am I on? Yeah, I'm on like page 77 right now. I really like the writing in this book. Easy to attach to your own life. Obviously about how the power of your subconscious mind can help you make decisions in life, and how it literally controls your entire life. And nobody really ever teaches us about this kind of stuff. And it really separates the brain into 2 parts, your subconscious, your conscious. Sorry, y'all. I always get distracted when I see somebody walking outside. I'm like, girl, I'm like, squirrel. Anyway, it separates your brain into the conscious and the subconscious, or either, you know, subjective and objective brain. Separates your brain into 2 parts and talks about how they work together, but how your subconscious drives your conscious, and how sometimes your conscious can drive your subconscious. I really like how it breaks down the relationship, and how this ad, what is you smiling for? We all know tampons are not comfy. Actually, we don't know that. I don't use tampons. This is crazy at this point. How many ads has it been? Like 4? Okay. But again, just really breaking down how you can access all those parts of your brain so that you can have your ideal career, your ideal health. So far, we've talked about how you Y'all, okay, I have to tell you this. So a point that this author brought up in the book is how a lot of people he calls it heterosuggestions, right? A lot of people let people's thoughts and people's opinions really project onto them and really affect their life. So he gave an example, like there were two guys on a ship. One guy looks like he's not feeling well, he's a little green, and somebody else is like, hey, are you seasick? You don't look well. And then the guy throws up because he's got the idea in his mind, like, oh my gosh, I am seasick, that's why I feel like this. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, he probably actually was seasick, but like until somebody told him he was seasick, he wasn't really, you know, manifesting those symptoms, vomiting, throwing up, things like that, right? And I was like, wait, you're right. Like, you could be worried about something and you could have your own suspicions, but until somebody starts to implant ideas or suggestions in your brain about what things could be, you don't accept that as true. And that goes back to a book that I read earlier this year, The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Y'all definitely y'all definitely need to read that book if you haven't, because I kid you not, all self-help books I've read this year have like really tied together. But anyway, back to the power of your subconscious mind. So the author explains how your body knows how to heal itself, right? And he supports that idea by saying, from the moment you were in your mother's womb, right? From the moment you were in your mommy's tummy, a cell was there, and your cells knew how to multiply and knew how to create you, knew how to grow fingers and legs and fingernails and eyelashes and hair. Like, your body knows what to do to heal itself. Your body knew what to do to make itself. Yo, like, I kid you not, like this, like I said, I'm not that far in the book, but he's already hit those points this little bit into the book, okay? I already know this is gonna be a banger. I'm gonna finish this as soon as possible. It's like 300 pages or something. No, it's like 320 pages, right? And I really feel like this is one of them ones. I think I'm gonna pre-rate this 6 stars as well, because this is so, like, for him to be talking like this, like 70 something pages in the book, that's crazy. Like, I don't know, that just kind of blew my mind. And something else I really like about this author is he uses biblical text scriptures from the Bible to really support fact. And as a former PK, you know, I can relate to the Bible. Like, that's what was instilled in me, that was taught to me. So when he's explaining the concept and he's like, this is fact, and let me tell you why, look at Psalm 139 verse 16. I like that because, again, my subconscious was taught that the word of God is the way, the truth, and the life. So if you telling me something and you like, okay, the Bible said it, I'm like, you're right. So I really like this book. And again, it's written very clearly, very layman's terms. And let me stop. I can nerd out on self-help books all day, but let me sip some of this tea. Yeah, this is good. I've been using I don't know if y'all ever have heard it, it's like pure stevia sweetener. It's like in a little like squeeze bottle, but that stuff is strong. It only takes a little bit. I kid you not, only put like and the whole drink sweet. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that little book talk, a little palate cleanser to get us back into the YouTube filming groove. Yap about books all day. You may have already seen it by now, but I did a short of another thrifted book haul I did. Y'all, it was so impromptu. That's why I didn't like vlog it like I did the last time, because I just needed to, I used buying books as a coping mechanism, and I just needed to like just go look around there. And I really didn't expect to find as many bangers as I found. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Again, if you haven't by now, but go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss when I post that thrifted book haul, because it's really gas, okay? And again, like, I feel like the books that were there were for me. Like, it's actually crazy stuff. But yeah, guys, the year's almost over. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna talk about? I've been thinking about doing Vlogmas. Little Miss doesn't post in a month is thinking about doing Vlogmas. I don't know, I feel like I could at least try, you know? Even if I don't succeed, I can try. Anyway, I was just thinking about it. I might do it. I was just thinking about it. Anyways, thank you so much again for watching. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, I really appreciate it more than you could ever know. Again, I'm not gonna ask you no more, I promise. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, that's it, that's all. Tell me what books I should read these last couple of weeks in the year going forward, okay? We're in crunch time. I'm definitely behind on my Goodreads reading goal. So give me suggestions. What should I read, power through, meet my goal? I want to say it was 36 books, right? Probably like 10 behind. Yeah, it's bad. So give me your reading suggestions in the comments. Let me know what other videos you want to see. And I cannot wait to catch you in my next video.